Oh, you remember all this screaming and hollering this morning that this guy was doing to the puppies? Look at it now. They're chilled out. Uh, that's why it's important when you're socializing dogs. I personally, because I do hormone manipulation, uh, I like to take a dog all the way to the brink. So if you're fearful, let's go all the way and then come back. That's most important because now we have exhausted the hormonal needs. And so the balancing can come in, the socialization can come in. That's what this is all about. If we try, and that's what we mostly do with our dogs, is to say, you know what, let's take it easy. Let's not introduce them too much. Let's wait a week. And that's a week too long. We need to be able to get busy with what needs to be done now because that's how nature is. Nature's brutal. It happens. Bam! And the consequences of what take place is what creates the balance and the socialization. It is the consequence. If you're controlling the consequence, then you've got all the cards in your hand. I'm producing this. I create this. And if I create it, that means I'm in charge of it. That's why I say when you got dogs that you're working with, like let's just stick with the puppies. All that screaming and hollering this morning was because of the energy that this guy has. It's the energy. Energy has always gotten dogs in trouble. That energy that he had coming in was something that was produced by human beings. The person that brought him in says, yeah, we do a lot of rough housing and that sort of thing. And, maybe before this guy did tug of war, previously had him. And so we think that this dog is so energetic. We say, oh my gosh, this dog has so much energy. And then we start doing things to produce more energy. And so something that would be on a scale of 1 to 10 was a 4, could have been a 3, but because of what we did with it and how we attached ourselves to it, it became a 10. And that happens many, many times. I often tell people, if you take a trip to the Serengeti jungle, you will never see animals running through that jungle unless they're chasing food. In fact, they spend most of the time relaxing, lying around. They say the lion sleeps 22 hours out of the day. And they get up when it's time to eat, and that's when they burn that energy. But we were taught by society that we need to physically exhaust our dogs, and that makes a happy dog. And I say, no, that's not true. What makes a happy dog is what you're seeing now, extreme socialization. The energy that's being put out is matched with the other dog's energy, and they balance each other at the same time. There is a science to what I'm talking about. But if we look at it from the domesticated side and the toys and games side, look, we're going to be wrong. If you want a neurotic dog, play these games. If you want to have a working dog, play these games. If you got a competition dog, play these games because we need these dogs to be extremely neurotic in order to be successful in the games. But if you got a pet, you want to teach your dog how to be balanced. That means calm. And that means tell them what you don't like so that they're always thinking how to survive. And through the consequences that they get, will learn to balance them. They become more conscious when they are more balanced with their surroundings. They become more neurotic when there's too much energy. So this guy's going to be with me for a couple of days. The biggest problem that I've seen is that people have roughhouse with him. Even the foster has roughhouse with him. That's a big no-no because now he doesn't want to listen. I can tell. I've been around many dogs. When I ask a dog to do something that I know that they should submit to and they don't, it's because they feel they don't have to. They don't have to because their owner has told them that they can challenge. And that is not cool. We do not want our dogs to feel that they have the ability to climb above us. It is not a game. It doesn't mean love to them. It is based on hierarchy, and they're looking for the weakness. When you challenge your dog, you are showing your weakness. And that's never a good thing to do, especially when a dog has an edge to him. Now, they didn't realize that this dog had an edge in the beginning because the edge doesn't look like an edge. It looks like fun and games, very Hollywood, just tricks. But as the dog gets older, when they go into 1 year, 15 months, 2 years, when that teenage kicks in, and they start thinking just like a 14-year-old teenager, a human being begins to feel differently, things have to change. And if you haven't made your preparation early on, before they got to that point, you got a problem on your hands. And if you think that you're going to solve it with a kiss and a hug and some nice treats, that's why the shelter is filled right now. So this dog doesn't feel that it needs to listen to people. I see that. And so that's what we're going to be working with until Saturday. But other than that, I think it's a wonderful dog. He's just got that edge to him. And we know we need to learn how to deal with dogs that have edges. Not every dog is subordinate as much as we would like for them to be. We don't understand the breeding technique and how in every pack there are alpha, beta, subordinates, and omega, which is the technical term based on wolves we associated with dogs, but it's not really the same, and we can talk about that later. But what we're really saying is that the personalities of each dog is different, and they have the ability to climb based on the ability to have that edge. So that's what we need to watch out for. And we'll continue with this guy.